Get back on there. Okay. Okay. Definitely been looking forward to getting back on the journey of talking to people about different aspects of business, credit, funding, being able to structure your business in a way that you can pretty much maximize the sustainability within your business over years, and being able to really leverage a lot of things out here in the marketplace or in your environment of business, or if you will, on paper and in your living in your everyday life. Okay. And the thing is, but as if we start understanding and knowing really the entity of an EIN, basically it's your tax that identification number, and having understanding what an active business really can do based on if it's an S corp, sole prop, C corp, LLC, basically whatever it is, and all those things, genres changes, and the dynamics change just based on the business model, right? But based on that, guys, what we love to do is be able to encourage really what's going on in this world and time right now, be able just to encourage people, where your skill set is, how that you can conform what you love to do into a business, right? And so with that being said, guys, that's really when you can really, look at legitimate wealth, and build a legacy for your family, because it's really hard to build a legacy when you're working for someone else your whole life. You definitely can get into a lot of different things of savings and 401ks and different things like that. But you know how that's going right now. But at the end of the day, guys, being able to really get a good flux of revenue coming in for yourself, being able to hire your family, your kids, getting tax write-offs, being able to, put things in a trust just in case if something happens or might be a pickle or something that happens or whatever, just protective mechanisms out here that can really have that preventative maintenance for you guys that you can really go out here and just go in and do what you love to do. And that's what something about me. I love seeing people because I just love sitting in front of people and you could just feel the passion coming from them. I'm like, yeah, they got it. They're on it. They're dead on it. I'm really, my discernment is really just opening up people's eyes and ears to what they really need to be doing and do it. Right. So today's more so topic is more so the mindset and the discipline when it comes to entrepreneurs. Now, me, myself, nobody loves sports. Nobody loves to, maybe go out, have a nice time, travel, do things that I've always loved to do. But at the end of the day, guys, it's nothing more beneficial than being able to get your time back, right? When you get your time back, meaning, guys, that you can structure your day around how you want it to be structured. You can wake up when you want to wake up. Now, most entrepreneurs know that usually, definitely when you're opening up a business or you're in the beginning stages of, I would say, of a startup, there's a lot of hours, tenacious hours, tireless hours that you have to put into a business. I mean, you got to read stuff, learn stuff, do stuff over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And and that comes with having some thick skin, and really having a type of temperament that that it's going to come together, but it's not going to come together, just like that. Just don't happen. So here on Funding Credit, guys, we're more so being under to get you the understanding that, of course, there's three things that's favorable with us that we love to say that's in our wheelhouse. One is, definitely we're experts, and we have people that's experts around the credibility and the credit analysis, being able to look at your credit, being able to look at and tell you what they can do or what can or can't be done on the credit. And most things can be done, and give you really the educational tools of what you need to look forward to, what you need to be doing, and what you don't need to be, what you need to be doing or not doing. And then really being partners with you to get your scores up to that 780, 760, so you can go out there and leverage and do some stuff. Now, what I want to tell you guys is, we have a lot of different enhancement programs that I definitely been wanting to talk to you guys about. I know you heard about Credit Boost and all this other different things out there. There's a ton of them. But what I'm saying, guys, is that, we have definitely the self-lender. We do have the rental program. We have a whole lot of different jewelry. We have a lot of different things out there, guys, that you can actually attach to your credit. And within a few weeks, your credit score will definitely see that, see a jump. Okay. And then with that being said, guys, to understand and know and priding ourselves into doing credit repair, business credit, knowing how to clean business credit. A lot of people don't talk about that. Do that too. Okay. There are things that pop up on your business credit that can hurt you too. Your paydex can take a shot. Your Dun and Brad will also you take a hit as well. So you need to be mindful of how things correlating and how things are getting built as you're building your business credit and as you're going out here and bringing vending and different things to the business, vending trade lines, monetary call, whatever. But at the end of the day, that education, that paramount of saying, hey, I'm in one place and I got a one-stop shop of being able to just facilitate whatever I need to get done. If I need to get a new LLC, you can definitely give us a buzz. If you want to get it, go ahead and start structuring your business so we can go out and meet funding and criteria needs of banks and institutions. We do that too. But wholeheartedly, what we really love doing, guys, is being able to seek and get people the funding that they need and they deserve, right? And again, we always been a stickler of not really so much talking about putting you in debt. We really want you to look at being sustainable and getting leverage, right? So you can really go out here and work on your business, not in your business. Because when you're working in your business, you're actually a worker. And that's not really where it's supposed to be, unless you just enjoy working. You want to create something, but you want to create something that runs on its own, right? You don't want to get by a car and then have to push the car, right? So that's the thing when it comes to funding. Funding is a tool that you can go out here and then be instrumental with going out and, and building a business the way it needs to be built. This well-oiled engine, get the right, smart, good people on your team. Those people got to get paid. You got to have products, inventory, all this different stuff that goes along with whatever you're doing. But funding does come in there. Now, when I talk about the stamina and being able to be very consistent with the form of having a logic mindset of, okay, this is what it's going to take for this business to go from here to here. Well, one thing I want to tell you guys, when you're building a business, sometimes when you want it to go from here to here, you don't know how here to here looks. Sometimes for some people, it's 6-8 months. Sometimes some people, it might be 2 to 3 years. You think about Colonel Sanders and all these other people that went out here and made a fortune. You'd think he was in his 70s before he actually got to see his business model work or his recipe or whatever, So what it is just that tenacious mindset, guys, to just stay focused, stay around good people, always be a learner, and always just want to have that self-belief in yourself that it's going to work out. Now believe me, I've had to sacrifice a lot of things, and I tell my story all over again. Being an entrepreneur, coming out of the military who had sustainable income. Then I worked retroactive with the Veterans Hospital that was going towards my retirement. That didn't work. Actually wound up resigning from there. And guys, it was a good thing. Honorable discharge, the whole 9 yards. I just did my thing with the military. It was great. It was a great experience, but I wanted another experience. So I said, hey, okay, that part's done. Okay, chapter 2. A lot of people do it different ways. But at the end of the day, guys, from 2006 up until now, I haven't worked for no one, right? And that's been a amazing journey. I've learned so much. Learned and met a lot of wonderful people. Met a lot of crazy people that I never want to see again in my life either. But at the end of the day, guys, it was the tenacious spirit to say, hey, entrepreneurs, what we're here to solve a problem. So long as this world we live in have problems, there always will be entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs that create that value of whatever problem they're solving are going to get the big bucks. And sometimes to get the big bucks, guess how you got to look? You got to look like the big bucks to get the big bucks, right? So sometimes funding has to be that principle and knowledge of knowing that if this is what I need to come off right, or to convey the right temperament of clients, or be in that right neighborhood, or have that right vehicle, or have the right people working for you, whether it be W-2, 1099, whatever the case may be. But it will come into a place sometimes, for the most part, I would say, that their funding concepts are going to have to run through that business in a way that is going to be instrumental for the business owners. And and so with that being said, funding credit sort of puts itself all right in the middle of that, and being advise you and show you and have a different type of plethora of all different type of contacts all over the country that can really go in and tell you, hey, go left, don't go right, do this first, don't do that. And guys, believe me, that people were there, but they just wasn't available. It wasn't a lot of guys that was out here saying, hey man, I want to help you structure your business and help you get funding. And if it was, how can I say it? It was more of like, okay, do you do this for a living, or what do you do? It was almost like a hustle, in a way, and I guess that's why for me, it was a hard time for people even realizing, what do you do? And I do a few things, but I solve problems, and that's what keeps food on the table. And that's what keeps people having that universal knowledge and information about, if they call me, they know that I can, in some type of way, help them. And so that's the wonderful piece of it. And I put a whole lot of sweat and tears and a lot of money into investing into myself, in my business. And, and it shows up, in a lot of different areas. And I was so grateful that I got to a part that I never thought that, maybe, having the type of underwriting, having the type of information that a lot of banks are looking for, knowing how to talk to a business owner. Sorry, guys. But with that being said, it's just a lot of different heart, sweat and tears, guys, when it comes to this stuff. But what I want to definitely say, guys, out here with the PPP and all this other stuff's going on is great. I had guys actually got approved for the PPP, stuff like that. But so the thing is, what I'm saying, guys, is that just understand that this is something that it's definitely was meant for what's going on right now with the corona. But at the end of the day, let that thing work for you, guys. Don't get all this money and go out and get the materialistic things that's not going to be valuable, and things like that that's going to hurt you in the long run. Make sure that you put your business in a more of a preventive, in a more of a long-term, good status, meaning, paying off some things that maybe you were behind on in the business, or getting that new business model, or getting in a way that you can be able to get more leads and things like that, or get your marketing up a little bit, A lot of people now were brick and mortar. Now more so they're working from home. Okay, well, how does that look? Okay, do you have the equipment? Are you doing things like this podcast? I don't know, but you got to really know how to shift and be flexible when you're being an entrepreneur because things change and you got to go with the times. It's the only way you're going to survive, guys. And and so for me, it more being in more of an informational perspective, I always try to bring a little bit of mindset in the warranted type of, I would say, just the information itself to make the people like, you know what, this is doable. Sometimes, we wake up, we don't have a clue how we're going to get through the week. Used to be like that. You're like, man, I don't, how is this even going to work for me? But don't worry about the how. The how will show up. You just keep moving your feet, get up and like it's going to be a normal day. Do what you need to do. Talk to as many people as you can. Get on that phone and hammer it out. And and be real good to people. Be straight up. Let them know, hey man, I don't know. Can you help me out? Or what does it take? And don't be and make sure you don't. I fall into a lot of this, guys. I give out a lot of information, and people just feel it's like, well, I know Marvin. Marvin teaches and talks and all that. So let me just call him and ask him. Well, a lot of times, guys, I give out a lot of things for free, but even with this right here, guys, I mean, everything that I'm doing, it costs money, So, for my time and for me to tell you how to go out and do something, that's intellectual property, guys. That's time. That's consultation, right? So, I had to defend myself in a way of saying, hey, guys, don't abuse, what we have going on here. I mean, whether be a friend or whatever the case may be, but I just can't tell you everything, not from A to Z. And then, of course, a lot of people spin off, they go and try to do this or go somewhere else or whatever the case may be. So now, I had to covet and understand that, yeah, I'm definitely open at the top and I want to see everybody win. But at the end of the day, guys, we got to win together. When we sit down, we got to understand it's your time and it's my time, and whoever's coming to who have to convey, some type of, mindset of service and be respectful on that side, and I don't have to say that to the people that know, but then a lot of people, I just want to put it out there, but, that's just the way it's going to have to be, because things are, God's working in a lot of different ways via me. And I want to get to another level that I can be learning as well. So the level that I'm getting to that trying to learn some more, might cost me more money to learn. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I teach prosperity principles and I'm paying to be in a prosperity class right now, So I'm always seeking and paying for what I need. You know what I'm saying? So I sort of expect that from the same from the same people, and that just goes with being a man, just a man of his word, and a steward, and just knowing how this thing goes with business, guys. And like I said again, business is going to be so much, it's so valuable in the next couple of years, guys, because this is what you're going to start seeing. You're going to start seeing a lot of people that's running their life as an individual. They're going to really, really, really start getting a lot of what I say the crumbs. Crumbs meaning that it's going to be hard to get funding, guys, when when you don't have all the things behind your name to really convey to go out and get the bigger things or go out and be able to move yourself the way a business would. You can't do it. You can't work a 9 to 5, even if you're making 80 grand, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if we would do a profit and loss sheet based on 80 grand, you're paying home, paying all this other stuff. Yeah, you made 80 grand, but at the end of the day, how much profitable was that $80,000? How much did you pay out on that $80,000, right? Was you able to employ somebody? Was you able to have tax write-offs or whatever the case may be? Your kids are grown, so that days are over. But put yourself in a category to win, guys. Again, this country is a United States of America, but it is a corporation. So how can you put yourself in a neighborhood that's already in corporation, which is your country, and then you come in as an individual and think you're gonna win? Don't make sense, do it. Understand the dynamics of business. Get you an LLC, get you an S corp, get set up properly, guys. Come to somebody. Don't have to be me. Someone that knows a little bit more about business than you do, or whatever your specialty is, and do it. Move your feet. Right. Everything will come together. Might not come when you want it, but it's going to come. But it's going to take that time, tenacious spirit and tenacity to really you know, stay in the middle and give it a good fight, man. There's a lot of days I was like, man, I was this close to saying, forget it, but I had to remember what my why was. My why is the reason why I'm doing it in the first place. I always said, hey, I want to make sure that my daughter's proud of me. I want to make sure that, my mother that worked hard for me all those years and really worked 2 and 3 jobs. I want to make sure that she's proud of me. It's those things that keeps you going, keep your adrenaline going, guys, and make you say, hey, you know what? I got to get up and I got to try this thing again. Someone's willing to help me somewhere. So those things, people and places and things will show up, guys. Just stay in there, do the best you can. Make sure your customer service is definitely good, because that's really the reflection of your business. Make sure that you're, very informational and understand what the principles are of your business. And, if it's something that you do differently, let it be different. But at the end of the day, the general rule of thumb in business is your customers usually is 9 times is either right, even when you don't feel like they're right. You have to, because you have to have your satisfied clients. You have to do it. And you have to be mindful. Sometimes you got to hold you got to suck it up and don't say what you want to say, and just sort of take that hit. But at the end of the day, guys, I wasn't really wanting to drill down and drop into so many of the data and of what what business credit and all that. I really wanted to get more of the temperament of what's it going to take for you to go from 20,000 to 150, $200,000 business, or being able to take a business public, or being able to go out here and have a business that's running liquid, maybe $1 million or something like that, right? And being able to know what documentation and stuff like that you need, and to be able to have the people to make sure that every year everything's in place for that. If you do need funding, it's there. What the right banks to go to, based on, who has the best lending terms, who has the best interest rates. Should I go to a bank or should I go to a credit union? You know what I'm saying? Should I do this a DBA? Should I have this money coming from this account going over to this savings account, or vice versa? Do I need to ignite a nonprofit and run a hybrid model so I can be able to sort of set off a lot of things that's going on with the business? There's a lot of things that you can ask yourself. There's a lot of ways you could do it. But at the end of the day, being able to still have my time, have my life, and being able to sustain and run 2, sometimes close to 3 businesses, and have a nonprofit, and still want to be able to check on the family and do stuff like that. And, it just sometimes it gets intense, but, hey, somebody's got to do it, right? So, but at the end of the day, guys, I want to let you guys know, when it comes down to the next year or so, it's going to really have a reflection on, don't get too far out there when you know that you're not ready mentally. You have to be ready, and be quite honest with yourself when you do that. I don't want to say not be fearful, but just when you're going to do it, right? Don't play with it, right? So, get what you need to do, and just go in it fearlessly, guys, and that's the only way that I know. It's the only way I've ever been, efficient. Rather, even when I had a celebrity travel agency, I had had the Black Ticket Master here in Charlotte, working with Easy Ticks, had my own business, of course, with Wilson Secret Tickets. Killed the CIAA, made a lot of good money in the city of Charlotte, and had a wonderful time. But then at the end of the day, here I'm over here on the financial side. I've seen a lot of things that fell besides people. It fell to the wayside because they just didn't have that sound financial mentality. A lot of people, we don't. I mean, I have a lot of people that tell me and teach me and work with me on a weekly basis to try to keep this train rolling, guys. A lot of people behind the scenes to help this thing go. But I want to appreciate everybody that sort of helped me get this thing to this level. Everything's going to be on autopilot here in the next week or two. And guys, anybody that's watching, anybody that does credit, that wants to make money with funding credit, we have those opportunity, guys. Go to funding-credit, hit that affiliate button and referral button. We'll show you how you can make some money, sending us some people. We can get them funded. You make money. That's pretty much simple as that. They need trade lines. We give you a kickback. They need to get their credit fixed. We give you a kickback. So it doesn't matter. Whatever you don't do that we do, you can make some money with us. Funding-credit.com. You see it going across the screen, guys. We on Instagram, Funding Credit, Facebook, of course, website there. It's there, guys. 980-892-1823. 980-892-1823. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We're definitely looking for some partners out there that definitely want to make some income with us. We love leads. Love to be able to help you guys out, to give you some passive income to people that maybe know a thing or two about people that might want to seek funding or get their credit scores and get some things established. So that's pretty much what it is, guys. This is Meta Marvin. Again, have a wonderful, safe 4th of July weekend. It's going to be some stuff going on, but stay safe. And just, stay level, guys. You know what I'm saying? Keep God in the wheelhouse. All things that come to people that know how to wait. Be patient. It's your time is coming. What you seeking is seeking you. But guys, that's where it's all started. Mindset. You get it right here. You got it. My saying is always goes, if you don't change your mind, you can get anything you want. As long as you don't change your mind. Pretty simple, right? It's true. Stay loving, guys. Peace. This is Meta Marvin. And I appreciate all the love, guys, on Wednesday nights with the Thinkers Lounge. I appreciate you coming through. Thanks for checking me out. Go to Funding Credit, guys, on the YouTube page. Subscribe. Hit us up. I hope you do enjoy this information. I try to hit it from both sides. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend, and I'll be talking to you next week. Peace.